I'm telling you right now, the next time a man has a shit audacity to ask me to go around to his house before taking me out, I am robbing him. Oh, you've got a cheeky 3-5 in my pocket. You've got a stack on the floor in my pocket. You've got a lighter in my pocket. I'll teach you something about stranger danger. I'm leaving with all your shit. I'm leaving you high and dry.
So I have zero shame in telling a man that after 3 months, you are paying my bills. And if you're not, bye-bye.
Oh, I can hear the hearts just breaking from here.
There's 7 billion people in the world. If you can't do it, somebody else will. So I have no shame. I'm kind of sort of trying to find somebody to bring me food every once in a while. Like, talking to a guy and I said, yeah, after 3 months, pay my bills. And he said, no.
That's not surprising at all, because it sounds like that man actually has some self-respect.
Like, a guy knows. Like, oh, if I really like her and she's not crazy, yeah, I would pay her bills. Maybe I threw it out there too soon.
Maybe you just shouldn't have thrown it out there at all.
Men don't understand the investment and the benefit and how we're trying to make sure that we're not getting played. I can't help you, men. Don't talk to us. You're not the one. We're not talking to brokies.
Fortunately, not all women think like this. But unfortunately, it is the ones that do that tend to speak the loudest, and are the main reason that a lot of men are choosing to remain happily single.
Next time you go on a date, you have to ask the guy this question. So I have a theory that if a man has a really strong reaction to this question, it's a sign that he doesn't like things that he can't control, which can be a red flag, because if he's a control freak and likes to control every single thing and doesn't like things that are unpredictable or can be a little bit of like... So the question is really simple, but it has a meaning, I promise. You're gonna ask him how he feels about cats. And you don't even have to tell him like that you have a cat or anything. Just be like, oh, are you more of a dog person or a cat person? Like, how do you feel about cats? Now, if he has like a pretty neutral stance and he's like, oh, I mean, cats are okay. Or obviously if he's like, oh my gosh, I love cats, I have a cat, whatever, he passed the test. But if a guy has a really strong, like, disgusting reaction towards cats, and he's like, oh my God, cats are crazy. Like, I can't stand them. They're mean. You know, like, we've all talked to somebody who has like a really strong negative reaction about cats for whatever reason. And I swear this means that those people, or like that person, doesn't like things that are unpredictable and that they can't control. Because dogs are pretty easy to train. But cats are a whole other story.
Single mom. Of course I'm gonna get asked how many baby daddies I have. I'm a single mom. Of course I'm gonna get asked how do I have a newborn if I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom. Of course people are going to assume that I get child support from all 10 baby daddies. I'm a single mom. Of course people assume my mom takes care of my kids 24/7. I'm a single mom. Of course my kid follows me to the bathroom. I'm a single mom. Of course I never have time for myself. I'm a single mom. Of course all the sleepless nights are on me. I'm a single mom. Of course I'm mom and dad 24/7. I'm a single mom. Of course people ask me, why do I keep having kids? I'm a single mom. Of course I get mental breakdowns at least once a day. I'm a single mom. Of course I get criticized for being a single mom.
If you got a good man in your life, keep him. Try to work through it. If you and your baby father are together and he takes care of you and does things for you, it's better to keep him, because I'm going to give you free game from a man. All that comes after that is men that are just going to use you to sleep with you.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
This is the problem. Most women think and believe that the grass is greener on the other side. They really think they'll always be able to find a better man to replace the man they're with. But as the wall closes in, the majority of them won't even be able to find another man. So they end up facing disappointment and regrets. Not only that, the type of man they were able to attract before they had kids will not be the same type of man they can attract after divorce and after having kids. And that's the reality that they face when they get back out there. So as a result, they regret the decision they made, and they regret leaving their husband.
She did it to herself.
In today's episode of Why Are Women Like This, we're plunging into the chaotic world of single mothers. First up, we have a woman who posted a video of her husband and is now begging for the flood of hate towards him to stop. Good luck with that.
That is not fair! That is not
Next, there's the gem who advises other women to leave the fathers of their children. Because, breaking up families is super trendy these days. And let's not forget the one who proudly proclaims her single motherhood was all because she chose the wrong man. Bravo. Before we dive in, smash that like button, because supporting the hard truth is the best kind of movement. Subscribe to the channel. That's all we're asking. Share your 2 cents in the comments below. Who knows? Some guy might actually find it useful. And without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
All right, y'all. So here's the deal. I'm about to share the uncomfortable truth about dating a single mom. Now, I've seen it all over the internet, and I decided as a single mother, let me just be honest. Let's get into it, family. I'm telling on myself, but it's all good. Number 1, you will have less availability. Can't be too flexible with the scheduling. It is what it is. Number 2, there will be more expectation. When a child is involved, you are dating intentionally, you're going to be looking for more. Because it's not just about you. It's about your babies too. Number 3, this goes along with the last one, more picky or pickier. Not sure which one is grammatically correct. Number 4, more intentional. There will be less games being played. Can't speak in extreme, but I would assume most women that have children are going to be way more intentional. Number 5, the potential of more responsibility. If it goes well, you'll be a stepdad. So it does come with more. Number 6, the potential of more baggage. Number 7, maybe way more mature to the increase of responsibility of caring for a child.
Here's the hard truth. You chose poorly. You rushed into motherhood without really knowing the man. If you'd waited and lived together first, you could have figured out what married life with kids would be like. But nope, now he's vanished, and you're left holding the bag as a single mom. Maybe you got bored with your husband and bought into the fantasy that it's easier to go it alone. Now you're shouldering all the responsibility because you wanted it that way, constantly griping about men not helping at home.
You're saying that you wouldn't be with a single mother that's a millionaire?
It wouldn't be my first option, no.
You said a millionaire wouldn't want to be with a single mother that's a millionaire.
If he can go ahead and get a girl that doesn't have a child, he'll prefer that, yes. Men are very different than women because when a guy comes into a woman's relationship or a relationship with a woman and she has a child, he's going to be expected to take care of that child to a degree. You don't just get with that girl, you get with that girl and that child. And here's the other thing you got to remember. If we break up and I build a bond with that child, I now lose you and the child. And I can't have any type of parental rights to that child because it's your biological child, not mine. I'm a stepfather. So I lose you, the child, alimony, house, 50%. So it's an L for me. It's not worth the risk.
So clearly this woman is really upset with what I would just call the reality of being a single mother. Men are allowed to have preferences. A lot of men would prefer to not date a single mother. That doesn't mean that single mothers don't get remarried and that stepfathers don't exist, because they do, but it shouldn't be a shock that that's not going to be for every guy.
In many cases, though, the man is the sole provider, working hard so you don't lack anything. Sure, running a household is a 24-hour job, but if you actually planned with your partner, things could be manageable. But no, you broke the bond, and now complain about the burden of caring for the child solo. It's always about seeking sympathy, isn't it? Studies in the United States show children of single mothers are the most vulnerable. They perform worse in education, are more prone to vices, and are more likely to end up in jail. What does that tell us? The absence of a father makes kids more prone to failure. Why bring this up? Because it diminishes the vital role of men in the family compared to the mother's work. Yes, women handle the house, and some men might seem useless, but if the woman falls sick, it's the man who steps up, taking care of her, the kids, paying medical bills, household expenses, food, medicine, and everything else. Raising a child from ages 1 to 7 is expensive. Who brings in that money? The father.
Up with this goofy ass cap of what he won't do, the next man will. As a 38-year-old eligible bachelorette, I could tell you right now, the next man probably won't. The playing field is not level. There are more good single women than there are good single men. And the reality is, what you won't do, the next actually will. There are good women with good and good credit and good manners, thirsty as to come scoop up a man who will go 50% on the bills and come home at night to play his little game.
I'm not really sure, but it sounds like she could be speaking from experience. Maybe she ended up leaving a good guy believing she could do better, only to find out he wasn't replaceable. It's really sad that most women have to go through this type of experience to wake up, because most women over 40 are getting divorced after they lose the ability to really secure a good man for themselves because they're actually leaving the good man. The only thing that's going to happen now is that they're going to get back into the dating scene and realize that it's not for them.
It's easy for a single woman to tell a married woman to leave her husband and become a single mom. But do you know how many single mothers struggle? They're broke, exhausted, and financially drained. Many lack education. Instead of figuring out a plan with her husband to share the load, she advises her to become a single mother, as if that's the better option. And when she says she got help, it was probably from her parents who bankrolled her single mom adventure. These are the inconvenient truths you're not told. Let's call it what it is: a lack of foresight and a disregard for the stability a family provides. Sure, some men are worthless partners, but the solution isn't always to jump ship and embrace the single mom life. It's a tough world out there, and breaking up families on a whim isn't doing anyone any favors. So before you buy into the fantasy that going it alone is the answer, maybe consider the long-term consequences and the vital role a stable family structure plays. I once said that happiness is contagious, but so is misery. Want to watch a marriage crumble like a stale cookie? Here are the main reasons. First off, the woman's got a family full of single mothers, mom, sisters, cousins, you name it. Her friends? All divorced or single moms? She works in an environment where cheating and divorces are as common as coffee breaks. Trust me, this will poison your relationship faster than you can say, "I do." This woman was actually smart enough to notice all the hatred spewing from these single and divorced mothers toward her relationship just because her man showed up late. They were already chanting, "Leave him," over a missed party. Seriously, these venomous women tell her to abandon her husband over that. Nowadays, men are expected to be perfect to date these modern women. Be a provider, fix everything, have a chiseled body, earn 6 figures, help around the house, help with the kids, be funny, be affectionate, and connect with your emotions. Brothers, we can't do it all. No one is 100%. Everyone has some flaws and his wife knows it, but the outsiders don't. That's why he's now the worst man in the world, because he missed a birthday party. See the ridiculous reasons why women break up a home? And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.